What if I told you that the most famous Thai dish in the world, the dish that every Thai restaurant on every continent puts first on the menu, the dish that most people think is an ancient recipe passed down through generations, was invented by a government? That a prime minister who compared himself to Napoleon, who banned the Chinese language from schools and kicked Chinese food vendors off the streets, who was deciding whether to side with Japan or the Allies during World War II, paused in the middle of all of that to personally oversee a noodle project? That the government printed recipes, gave out free noodle carts, and ran a propaganda campaign with the slogan, "Noodle is your lunch." And that it worked so completely that the dish it created is now eaten in 180 countries? It is 1938. Thailand, still called Siam, is in crisis. A military coup has ended the absolute monarchy. A prime minister named Plaek Phibunsongkhram, known as Phibun, has taken power. The country is ethnically fragmented, economically stressed, and dangerously exposed to colonial powers on every border. Phibun has a plan. Unite the nation through culture. Change the name from Siam to Thailand. Introduce a new national anthem. Ban regional dialects in schools. And create a national dish. The problem Phibun was trying to solve was practical as well as political. Thailand had a rice shortage from flooding and war disruptions. The global depression had damaged rice exports. But Thailand had broken rice, the lower quality rice that wasn't getting exported, which could be made into rice noodles cheaply. If Thais ate noodles instead of rice, the rice surplus could be managed, and the noodle industry could employ people. There was also a political dimension. The large Chinese community in Thailand dominated much of the food economy. Chinese noodle vendors, Chinese restaurants, Chinese food culture. Phibun wanted to reduce Chinese influence. A Thai national dish made by Thai vendors, eaten by Thai people, would accomplish both goals simultaneously. As part of a national campaign called Noodle is Your Lunch, the Public Welfare Department gave Thais free noodle carts and distributed recipes for a new national dish, Pad Thai. The Public Welfare Department distributed recipes and a great number of carts for selling Pad Thai, while Phibun banned Chinese and other foreign food vendors as part of his Buy Thai campaign. The dish the government promoted was not invented from nothing. The Chinese first made noodles 4,000 years ago. In the 18th century, Chinese traders introduced stir-fried noodles to the region that is Thailand today. What Phibun's government did was take an existing noodle tradition, standardize it, give it a Thai flavor profile, tamarind, fish sauce, palm sugar, lime, and promote it as the national dish with the full force of government propaganda. As Pad Thai became the country's most popular dish, Plaek Phibunsongkhram, a prime minister deciding whether to side with the Japanese against the Allies in World War II, closely followed the progress of the noodle project, the soup that Bangkok considers its own, the hot and sour shrimp soup that is the other great Thai food ambassador to the world, is not a government invention. It is the product of the specific geography and ecology of the Gulf of Thailand. Tom Yum Goong is built from ingredients that grow along the waterways and in the forests of central Thailand. Lemongrass, galangal, kaffir lime leaves, bird's eye chili, fish sauce, lime juice, and the prawns that come from the Gulf of Thailand. Each ingredient contributes a specific element. The lemongrass brings citrus and grassiness, the galangal brings a sharper, more medicinal ginger note, the kaffir lime leaves bring floral brightness, the bird's eye chili brings precise immediate heat, the fish sauce brings depth and salinity. The lime brings acid. The prawn brings sweetness. The combination produces a broth of extraordinary complexity, simultaneously sour, spicy, salty, and floral, that has no equivalent in any other culinary tradition. It cannot be approximated with substitutions. Lemon juice does not replace lime juice. Regular ginger does not replace galangal. The flavor profile is specific to these specific ingredients. Tom Yum Goong is the soup of Bangkok's floating markets, of the riverside restaurants that line the Chao Phraya, of the street carts that set up in the evening and serve it until midnight. It was named one of the world's 50 most delicious foods by CNN Travel. Bangkok considers this the appropriate recognition. There is a dish in Bangkok that is so simple it seems impossible that it could be great. It is rice cooked in chicken broth, served with poached chicken, a small bowl of the broth on the side, cucumber slices, and a sauce made from fermented soybean paste, ginger, and garlic. Khao man gai, literally chicken rice, is Bangkok's most beloved everyday food. It is eaten for breakfast, for lunch, for a late-night meal after everything else has closed. It is the food that Bangkok office workers eat at their desks, that taxi drivers eat between fares, that families eat on Sunday when no one wants to cook. The dish came to Thailand from Hainanese Chinese immigrants, the same cow man gai tradition that spread from southern China to Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia and became the national dish of Singapore. In Bangkok, it evolved into its own thing. The specific fermented soybean sauce is different from the Singapore version. The rice has a different texture from the chicken fat rendered into it. The chicken is poached more gently. Katon Pratunam in Bangkok. Opened since 1960, serving cow man gai and nothing else from a single location that has expanded to fill an entire city block, is considered the standard. The line extends out the door at noon. The most popular salad in Bangkok came from the northeast of Thailand, from the Isan region that stretches along the Mekong River, and arrived in Bangkok with the millions of Isan migrants who came to the capital for work over the past half-century. Som tum is made from shredded unripe green papaya, firm, crunchy, barely sweet, pounded in a wooden mortar with garlic, bird's eye chilies, fish sauce, lime juice, palm sugar, dried shrimp, and cherry tomatoes. The mortar is not for grinding, it is for bruising. The ingredients are lightly pounded to release their flavors and mix them together while the papaya retains its crunch. The result is a salad of extraordinary intensity, simultaneously sweet, sour, salty, spicy, and crunchy, with the dried shrimp adding a fermented depth that no Western salad dressing has ever approached. It is assembled to order in front of you in 30 seconds in a mortar that has been used for thousands of servings before yours and will be used for thousands more. Bangkok's som tum vendors, pushcart operations that set up at street corners and night markets, serve hundreds of orders per day. The vendor pounds each order individually. The spice level is negotiated. In the mango season, March through June, when the Nam Dok Mai mangoes of central Thailand ripen to a deep yellow sweetness, Bangkok eats mango sticky rice. The dish is simple: glutinous rice cooked in sweetened coconut milk until the grains stick together into a soft, fragrant, slightly chewy mass, served warm alongside slices of ripe mango and drizzled with a slightly salted coconut cream sauce that balances the sweetness of both the rice and the mango. Sesame seeds or mung beans are scattered on top. The mango must be Nam Dok Mai, the elongated, thin-skinned Thai mango that is less fibrous and more intensely flavored than the mangoes sold in Western supermarkets. The coconut cream must be fresh. The rice must be warm when it meets the mango. These are not preferences, these are requirements. Mango sticky rice is sold from carts, from market stalls, from restaurants, from the street-level windows of noodle shops during mango season. Outside of mango season, it is available, made with imported or off-season mangoes, but Bangkok considers the out-of-season version an accommodation rather than the real thing. Bangkok was built on water. The canals, klongs, that once ran through the city like streets were for centuries the primary transportation network. Vendors paddled boats through the canals, selling food directly to customers on the water or on the canal banks. The boat noodle, kwai teow rewa, was literally served from boats. A small bowl of rice noodles in a dark, intensely flavored broth made from pork or beef blood, pork or beef meat, and offal, fragrant with 5-spice, cinnamon, and star anise. The bowl is small because the vendor could only carry so many on a boat. You order 4 or 5, you eat them quickly, you order more. The canal vendors are mostly gone. Bangkok's klongs were gradually filled or covered as the city modernized. But the boat noodle tradition survived in the brick-and-mortar restaurants that replaced the floating vendors, particularly in the Victory Monument area of Bangkok, where dozens of boat noodle restaurants cluster on a single street. The bowls are still small. You still order multiple bowls. The broth is still dark and complex and unlike any other noodle soup in the Thai repertoire. At 7 a.m. on every Bangkok street with significant foot traffic, there is smoke. The smoke comes from the muping vendors, the grilled pork skewer carts that set up before dawn and serve the morning commuter crowd. A muping is a thin slice of marinated pork, seasoned with fish sauce, garlic, lemongrass, coriander root, and coconut milk, threaded onto a bamboo skewer and grilled over charcoal until caramelized and slightly charred at the edges. It is served with sticky rice. the glutinous rice of northeastern Thailand that is portioned into a small plastic bag and eaten by hand, pinched into a ball and used to scoop or accompany the pork. The combination of the sweet, caramelized pork and the sticky neutral rice is one of the great street breakfasts in the world. The Moo Ping cart is the Bangkok morning, the way the bodega coffee is the New York morning. Quick, reliable, exactly right, available on every block. The pork has been marinating since the night before. The charcoal has been lit since 5 a.m. By 9 a.m., the cart is sold out and the vendor has gone home. In the markets of Bangkok, in Ortor Core Market, in Chatuchak Weekend Market, in the temple fairs and street markets that run throughout the year, there is a vendor selling something that looks like a takoyaki pan but produces something entirely different. Kanam krok is a Thai coconut pancake, a batter of rice flour, coconut milk, and sugar poured into hemispherical molds in a specially designed cast iron pan, cooked until the edges crisp and the center remains soft and custard-like. A small amount of green onion or corn is added to the center before the top half is placed on. The result is a small, round bite, crispy outside, molten coconut custard within, slightly sweet, warm. They are eaten in pairs, placed together in a small banana leaf cup, consumed immediately. The inside stays liquid only while hot. The Kanam krok vendor works fast, managing multiple pans simultaneously, producing hundreds of orders per hour at street markets. The drink that Bangkok drinks, the one in the tall plastic cup with the straw, bright orange, sweet, simultaneously strong and refreshing, is not an ancient Thai tradition. It became popular in Thailand in the mid-20th century, influenced by the condensed milk culture that the British introduced to Southeast Asia and the tea-drinking traditions that Chinese immigrants brought. Thai iced tea is made from a strong brew of Thai tea leaves, a blend that includes Ceylon tea, food coloring for the orange color, and sometimes vanilla and star anise, sweetened with sugar and evaporated milk, poured over ice, and finished with a layer of sweetened condensed milk or fresh milk that floats on top before being mixed in. The sweetness is not incidental. Thai iced tea is designed to be very sweet. The condensed milk contributes to a richness and sweetness that counters the heat of the Thai climate and the intensity of the food it accompanies. It is the palate reset between bites of somtum and tom yum. It is what you drink when everything else on the table is trying to set your mouth on fire. Bangkok's iced tea vendors are at every street corner, in every food court, in every restaurant. Bangkok did not build its food reputation in restaurants. It built it on the street. The city has more street food vendors per square kilometer than almost any other on Earth. The 2017 attempt by city authorities to clear street food vendors from several major thoroughfares, citing hygiene and traffic concerns, provoked international outrage. Anthony Bourdain called it the saddest thing I've heard in a long time. Food writers, chefs, and travelers from around the world weighed in. The vendors returned. The pad thai that a wartime prime minister invented to reduce Chinese influence and manage a rice surplus became the most recognized Thai food in the world. The cow man gai that Chinese immigrants brought from Hainan has been served from the same Bangkok location for 60 years without the recipe changing. The Moo Ping vendor lit his charcoal at 5 a.m. today, the same way his father lit it and his father's father lit it. Not every city has a national dish invented by a prime minister who compared himself to Napoleon. Not every city's most beloved breakfast is a grilled pork skewer eaten standing on a sidewalk. Not every city's street food culture survived a government attempt to eliminate it because the rest of the world cared too much.